Hey everyone, this is Tia from EMP Designs here, and today we're going to be looking at the LV5, which is one of our LED controllers. We're going to start off by connecting our LED strip in the order listed on the LV5. This will be red, green, blue, warm white, cold white, and then our common positive. All I'm doing here is tightening these connections using a flat blade screwdriver, making sure that they won't come loose. Now, once we've got our LED strip wired correctly, we need to connect our positive and ground following the symbols, positive on the left and ground on the right. I should also mention here, I'm connecting my LV5 to a power supply I've set to 24 volts, but this would depend on what LED strip you're using. The LV5 can work with LED strips ranging from 12 volts to 24 volts. After we finish connecting our wires, we can turn on our LV5. On the back of the LV5, you can see each mode available, and we'll start with mode 0, which is our manual control. To set the LV5 to mode 0, you will use the mode switch pointed to here. You will then adjust where the arrow is facing using a small flathead screwdriver. Once the LV5 is set to mode 0, we're able to control each colour by adjusting the potentiometers on the left. This is what allows you to combine colours to get unique results. Also, there is a blackout button you can use at the bottom of the LV5 to stop all output. Moving on from manual control, we can start to look at the radio control feature of the LV5. We'll start by changing the mode to mode 1, which is RGBWW channel. Simple as that. Once we're in mode 1, now we need to set our starting address on the LV5 to match 493 on our radio desk. You can see here how the address switches on the LV5 correspond to our radio's address by simply controlling a digit listed beside it. Once we've finished setting our mode and address, all we need to do is press sync on the radio desk to connect our LV5. When we see the blue light stop flashing, we'll know we've sunk up properly. This now allows us to control the LV5 from a distance without having to manually intervene. I'm going to connect up another LV5 here to show you how they could be used in conjunction with each other. I'll be setting the starting address to 498 to carry on from the first LV5, which controls channels 493 to 497. Of course, if you needed to control two LED strips on the same radio address, you can cross over their starting addresses, controlling each LED strip at the same time. Now, all we have to do is press sync on our radio desk once more, and then we'll be able to control both LV5s off our radio desk. Now's a good time to demonstrate how to desync your LV5. All you have to do is hold down the sync button and wait until the blue light goes out. You will have to desync your LV5 if you plan on switching it to a different radio desk, so it's important to remember this function. I'm now going to demonstrate how to use the Bicolour mode, which will require me to adjust the channel connections, so I'll cut to after I finish doing that. You can now see I've got cold white in the first and third channel and warm white in the second and fourth channel. I'll explain why this is the case when we can see it working. Also, we're now in mode 3, which controls radio Bicolour mode. You may also notice I've connected two strips to a single connector with both of the common positives in the last slot. Bicolour mode on the LV5 can be broken down into two selections. The first channel will control the intensity or the brightness of the light, and the second channel will adjust the gradient or colour temperature between those two colours in those channels. The same goes for the third and fourth channels, but they work independently from the first two channels. Because I've connected cold white and warm white to both of my Bicolour outputs, I can adjust the intensity and temperature of both of them individually. This means I can adjust from a deep warm light all the way to a bright white light. I can also fine-tune the temperature channel to achieve a desired balance between the two. Anyway, that wraps up this video, and I do hope you've all found this video helpful. If you have any further questions, you can get in touch with us by email, and thank you for watching.